Take another look, take some time for him. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment. Stop before the station, yeah, it's time for him.
Oh, well, an acre of hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. But people got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rent. Well, it's time for him.
It's time for him.
It's time for him.
It's time for him. Throughout Earth's history, hemp has been used, no mystery. Hemp was illegal to pay your taxes for more than a century. Check your facts, as the founding fathers make sense to me. It's time to grow hemp legally.
It's money that's well spent. Right now, no excuses.
It's time for him. Sustainable green industry, that's our intent. A better place this world will be. It's time for him. It's time for him.
Fuel and food and clothes and soap. Using cars, a car no joke.
Henry Ford built a car out of hemp. It's time for us to do it again. People be employed and we balance farming as it's made. Oh, it's time for hemp. Hemp is a true necessity for the wealth and protection of this country. Thomas Jefferson spoke those words. He knew the value of these herbs. It's time to lift the hemp ban. It's time to make a strong stand. Yes, we can. I know we can.
We can make a difference.
Yes, we can.
Just like birds of a feather,
We can work together and lift the hemp ban. Look at all that money. Yeah, the money that they spend. Oh, take another look and take some time for hemp. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for hemp. Oh, it's time for hemp. It's time for hemp. It's time for hemp.
Yes, it is. It is time for hemp. I am your host, Casper Leitch. You are listening to Time for Hemp, and we talk about that wonderful plant known as hemp, cannabis sativa, cannabis indica, medical cannabis, medical marijuana, 420, whatever you want to refer to this culture as. We discuss the culture as well. And today we're going to be talking about the billion-dollar industry that is happening all around the world with cannabis. And we're going to be talking about some of the advancements in AI and in computer technology that is helping hemp farmers grow more productive crops. And we're also going to be talking about some of the clashes that is going on in Congress and on various state levels when it comes to legislations as well. We got states that are trying to outlaw cannabis altogether again. We got states that are trying to change the hemp industry for people who've already established businesses where they're developed foods and nice soft drinks with cannabis infused. and there's a lot going on too with the paper industry and the clothing industry, and of course we've got big liquor. They're trying to lobby against cannabis making a legal comeback. So we're going to be talking about those clashes as well. Across the country, lawmakers are taking aim at products like Delta 8, THC, and other hemp-derived cannabinoids that can get you high but are technically legal under the 2018 Farm Bill. For years, these products lived in a kind of legal twilight, not quite cannabis, not quite CBD, but definitely popular and profitable. But now, states are passing bans. Congress is floating new restrictions, and federal agencies are signaling that the loophole era might be coming to an end. Supporters of the crackdown say it's about safety, that the market grew too fast with too little oversight. They point to mislabeled products, inconsistent potency, and the fact that some of these items ended up in gas stations and convenience stores without age checks. They argue that intoxicating hemp was never the intention of the Farm Bill and that lawmakers need to correct course, but that's only half the story. On the other side of this fight, you've got farmers, processors, retailers, and advocates saying that you just can't shut down an entire sector of our industry because the rules weren't clear. And they have a point. For many hemp farmers, the CBD market collapsed after 2019. Prices tanked, thousands of acres went unsold, and just when the industry was on the brink, hemp-derived cannabinoids, including intoxicating ones, became the lifeline that kept farms alive. For some rural communities, these products weren't a loophole. They were survival. Industry leaders argue that the answer isn't prohibition, it's regulation, age limits, testing standards, packaging rules, licensing, the same common sense framework that already exists for alcohol, tobacco, and cannabis in legal states. They say that if safety is the concern, regulate them, don't erase them. And here's where things get interesting. We're now seeing a national movement of hemp businesses, trade groups, and advocacy organizations pushing back, not with chaos, but with policy proposals. They're showing up at state houses. They're testifying in hearings. They're meeting with lawmakers who, frankly, didn't even know the difference between hemp and marijuana a few years ago. They're saying, let's build a real framework. Let's protect consumers. Let's protect farmers. Let's protect small businesses. And let's keep hemp legal, accessible, and economically meaningful. And that's the crossroads we're standing at today. On one side, a wave of bans and restrictions that could shrink the hemp market overnight. On the other, a coordinated push for regulation that could stabilize the industry, protect consumers, and create long-term economic opportunity. What happens next depends on lawmakers and on the people who care enough to speak up. Hemp isn't just a plant. It's a supply chain. It's a rural economy. It's a wellness tool. It's a manufacturing material. And yes, it's a source of cannabinoids that millions of Americans are already using. The question isn't whether hemp should exist. The question is how it should exist and who gets to decide. And that's why this moment matters, because the choices made in the next year at the state level, at the federal level, and inside the next farm bill will determine whether hemp becomes a tightly regulated, thriving American industry or a patchwork of bans, confusion, and lost opportunity. And with that said, I certainly don't want to miss the opportunity to share some groovy music with you all. These next two songs I have written, and we got the Illusions of Music to perform them. The first song is called Our Roots for Tomorrow, Grow Deep, and the second one is called A Hemp Foundation for Tomorrow, because we here at Time for Hemp believe that hemp can save the world, and that's why we want everybody to know how important it is to take time for hemp.
There's a whisper in the headlines floating on the breeze, talking about a change in how we treat these little leaves. And the hemp folks in the heartland feel the shaking ground, 'cause a tiny rule rule in Congress could turn everything around. But the farmers keep on planting like they always do. Fields of green ambition growing wide beneath the blue. They've been dancing with the laws that twist and bend and sway, hoping this new moment brings a brighter kind of day. We've got roots for tomorrow, growing strong through the sorrow. Every seed is a promise that the future will borrow. Let the daylight get clearer, let the old fears grow narrower, 'cause the hemp fields are singing, we're the roots for tomorrow. All the business folks are counting every cost they pay, 'cause the tax code hits them harder in a lopsided way. Paying extra just for doing everything by law. Dreaming of a fairer world each time they see a flaw. And the scientists are waiting with their notebooks out, hoping access to the plant will match what they're about. Jumping through the hoops that make the research slow and thin, ready for the moment when the real work can begin. We've got roots for tomorrow, growing strong through the sorrow. Every seed is a promise that the future will borrow. Let the daylight get clearer, let the old fears grow narrower, 'cause the hemp fields are singing, we're the roots for tomorrow. There's a tug of war in Congress over what's allowed, and the hemp crowd's watching closely from the middle of the crowd. They're the cousins of the cannabis the headlines chase each night, hoping common sense will finally get the story right. So the growers and the dreamers keep their steady pace, 'cause the future of the fiber still depends on how we trace what is fair, what is useful, what is free, and what is true. Planting hope like music in a brand new point of view. We've got roots for tomorrow, growing strong through the sorrow. Every seed is a promise that the future will borrow. Let the daylight get clearer, let the old fears grow narrower, 'cause the hemp fields are singing, we're the roots for tomorrow.
are listening to Time for Hemp. I'm your host, Casper Leitch. Thank you for tuning in to the big broadcast today. And as a reminder, if you go to timeforhemp.news, you can download this segment as well as past segments of our radio broadcast and lots of free music, free audio podcasts from our archives. And we got videos you can watch all about how important it is to take time for hemp. I must say, I find it amazing how the $7.75 billion hemp industry is poised to reshape the global economy by 2035. Industrial hemp is no longer the quiet cousin in the cannabis family. It's becoming one of the most dynamic, fast-growing sectors in the global economy, and current data proves it. Valued at roughly $7.75 billion in 2025, the industrial hemp market is projected to rocket towards $38 billion by 2035, fueled by demand for sustainable materials, innovative hemp products, and a worldwide shift toward greener manufacturing. For activists and experts working to end global hemp prohibition, this moment is more than a market trend. It's a turning point, a chance to rebuild local economies, expand the cannabis movement, and finally restore hemp to its rightful place as a cornerstone crop of modern industry. Let's take a look at some of the forces driving hemp's explosive growth, the industries adopting it fastest, and why legalization advocates are uniquely positioned to shape the next decade. Industrial hemp is benefiting from a perfect storm of economic, environmental, and cultural momentum. Governments are rethinking outdated laws. Consumers are demanding sustainable alternatives. Manufacturers are searching for renewable materials that outperform petroleum-based products. And farmers are looking for profitable crops that regenerate soil instead of depleting it. Together, these forces are pushing hemp from the margins into the mainstream. There are a handful of reasons as to why the hemp market is growing so fast. Sustainability is no longer optional. Hemp absorbs carbon, restores soil, and grows with minimal water or pesticides, and is a dream crop for climate-conscious industries. Cross-industry adoption is accelerating. From bioplastics to construction materials, hemp is showing up in places that once seemed impossible. Legal barriers are slowly falling. As more countries modernize cannabis laws, hemp cultivation and processing become easier to scale. Consumer awareness is rising. People want eco-friendly products, plant-based wellness solutions, and alternatives to fossil fuel plastics. Hemp delivers all three. The result is a global market expanding at a pace that mirrors early renewable energy and electric vehicle adoption, but with far lower startup costs and far broader applications. Hemp's versatility is unmatched. Few crops can produce food, fiber, fuel, plastics, medicine, and building materials, all from the same plant. That's why so many sectors are adopting hemp simultaneously. There are a good number of industries contributing to hemp's projected surge in global retail and housing markets. Sustainable textiles and fashion. Hemp fiber is stronger than cotton, requires far less water, and lasts longer. As fast fashion collapses under environmental pressure, designers and manufacturers are turning to hemp fabrics for clothing, shoes, accessories, and industrial textiles. Hemp textiles could become a multi-billion-dollar segment on their own, especially as consumers demand ethical, durable clothing. Bioplastics and advanced materials. Hemp-based bioplastics are emerging as a powerful alternative to petroleum plastics. They're biodegradable, renewable, and strong enough for packaging, automotive parts, and consumer goods. Major brands are under pressure to reduce plastic waste. Hemp bioplastics offer a scalable solution, and investors are paying attention. Construction and housing. Hempcrete, hemp insulation, and hemp-based composites are transforming sustainable building. These materials are fire-resistant, mold-resistant, carbon-negative, and long-lasting. The global construction industry is responsible for nearly 40% of carbon emissions. Hemp-based materials could dramatically reduce that footprint. Health, wellness, and medical cannabis. Hemp-derived cannabinoids, including CBD, CBG, and emerging compounds, continue to drive demand for wellness products. As medical cannabis gains global acceptance, hemp extracts are becoming a gateway for new consumers. The wellness sector remains one of the fastest growing parts of the cannabis economy,
and hemp keeps it accessible even in regions where THC remains restricted. Food, fuel, and industrial oils. Hemp seeds and hemp oil are nutritional powerhouses rich in omega-3s, protein, and essential fatty acids. Meanwhile, hemp biomass can be converted into biofuels, lubricants, and industrial oils. As the world searches for alternatives to petroleum and animal-based products, hemp offers a renewable, scalable solution. The hemp industry's growth is impressive, but it's still being held back by outdated laws, inconsistent regulations, and lingering stigma. Activists and cannabis experts play a crucial role in shaping the next decade. 4 key barriers must be dismantled in order to end prohibition. 1. Confusing THC limits that restrict farmers. 2. International trade barriers. 3. Outdated drug policies that lump hemp and cannabis together. 4. Lack of processing infrastructure due to decades of prohibition. Ending hemp prohibition doesn't just unlock economic opportunity. It restores a crop that once powered entire regions. Kentucky, for example, went from one of the wealthiest states in America to one of the poorest after hemp was banned. Reintroducing hemp at scale could revitalize rural communities, create thousands of local jobs, and reduce dependence on foreign manufacturing. For cannabis advocates, hemp is also a strategic ally. Normalizing hemp products helps normalize cannabis as a whole. Every hemp-based innovation, from biodegradable plastics to hempcrete homes, chips away at the stigma surrounding the plant family. A $38 billion future built on sustainability, freedom, and innovation. The industrial hemp market is not just growing, it's accelerating. By 2035, hemp will be a cornerstone of global manufacturing, sustainable agriculture, and plant-based wellness. The world is waking up to what activists have known for decades. Hemp is not a threat. It's a solution to pollution, a solution to economic inequality, a solution to outdated prohibitionist policies, a solution to rebuilding local economies with meaningful green jobs. For activists who are fighting to legalize cannabis and end hemp prohibition worldwide, this is the moment to push harder than ever. The data is on our side, the market is on our side, and the future, a cleaner, fairer, more sustainable future, is on our side too. And it is more important than ever to let the whole world know that it really is time for hemp.
They slipped a law through the cracks of a holiday night. Just a handful in the chamber, out of mind, out of sight. While the headlines slept silent, truth was thin as a dime. They rewrote the future in the margins of time. And Slinger's stories lit the fear like a fuse. Big business in the shadows had too much to lose. Hemp was rising like a phoenix with $1 billion glow. So they buried the harvest where the people wouldn't know, turning good people into criminals, breaking strong families with minimal proof at all, writing bad laws like a hymn of the cynical, calling it order while the damage grows visible, turning good people into criminals, and we've all paid the price. Popular mechanics said that hemp was a key. 25,000 users and jobs from sea to sea. Factories humming, farmers ready to sow. But the ink on the tax act made it a no-go. with minimal proof at all. Writing bad laws, it's like a hand of the cynical, calling it order while the damage grows visible.
Turning good people into criminals.
And we've all paid the price. Mothers lost sons over grams in their genes. Life dreams derailed early in their late teens. A record for a moment that should never have been. A lifetime of door slammed for a non-violent sin. But the truth keeps rising like a precision drum roll, with a chorus of the people with a rock and roll soul. We're done with the damage, we're done with the lies. It's time to bring the healing back to our lives. Turning good people into criminals, breaking strong families with minimal proof at all. Writing bad laws, it's like a hand of the cynical, calling it order while the damage grows visible. Turning good people
into criminals.
and we've all paid the price. Turning good people
Into criminals.
and we've all paid the price. The clock strikes 12, a breath of hope begins. We leave behind the weight of yesteryear. With hemp beside us, peace flows from within. Its gentle touch dissolves the edge of fear. No longer bound by stress or aching skin, we rise anew with purpose crystal clear. The path ahead is green, serene, and now sincere. A dry January calls for sober cheer, yet cannabis brings joy without the haze. A calming balm, a friend who stays near, to lift our hearts and brighten weary days. It soothes the mind and makes resolution dear. No need for wine to dance or feel a blaze. We toast with tinctures, with laughter in our gaze. Let's walk the green fields of tomorrow, where healing grows and sheds our sorrow. With every puff we rise and mend, with every leaf our hearts transcend. Let's walk the green fields of tomorrow. The gym awaits, our muscles ache and burn, but hemp's relief restores our strength with grace. Recovery comes with every herbal turn. A balm for joints puts a smile upon the face. We learn to rest, to breathe, to slowly earn the gains we seek, not just the frantic pace. We find our rhythm in a kinder space. Sleep finds us now, not chased but gently won, with CBD and dreams that softly bloom. The racing thoughts dissolve, the day is done, and cannabis smoke begins to fill the room. We rise refreshed beneath the morning sun, with sharper minds and joy that finds its bloom. The plant has turned the dark to light and removed the gloom. Let's walk the green fields of tomorrow, where healing grows and sheds our sorrow. With every puff we rise and mend, with every leaf our hearts transcend. Let's walk the green fields of tomorrow.
You are listening to Time for Hemp. Thank you for tuning in to the big broadcast. The last two songs that you were listening to, I wrote the lyrics to, and the illusions of music performed the music. And the first one was called Turning Good People into Bad with Just One Law. And the second one was called The Green Fields of Tomorrow, one of my favorites that the Illusions of Music and I have put together. I hope you enjoy it as well. If you do, don't forget, you can go to timeforhemp.news and download all of this music for free to add to your playlist and to share with your friends.
It's interesting how modern farming innovations are helping to transform hemp into a global power cash crop. Industrial hemp is entering a new era, one defined not by outdated stigma or restrictive laws, but by agricultural technology that is rapidly improving cultivation efficiency, crop consistency, and long-term profitability. For decades, hemp farming was held back by prohibition, misinformation, and a lack of research. Today, the opposite is happening. Scientists, engineers, and growers are collaborating to unlock the full potential of one of the world's most versatile plants. Valued for its ability to produce sustainable hemp products, support medical cannabis innovation, and strengthen rural economies, hemp is finally receiving the technological investment it deserves. And the results are remarkable. For most of the 20th century, hemp was forced into the shadows. Farmers lost access to a crop that once supported entire regions. Researchers were blocked from studying its genetics. Innovators were discouraged from developing new technologies around it. But as legalization spreads and the cannabis movement gains momentum, hemp is experiencing a renaissance, and technology is leading the charge. Precision farming is fast becoming the digital backbone of modern hemp cultivation today. Today's hemp farms look less like the fields of the past and more like high-tech agricultural ecosystems where data, automation, and science work together to maximize yield and quality. Precision agriculture is transforming how farmers grow hemp. Instead of relying on guesswork, growers now use real-time data to make smarter decisions about planting, watering, fertilizing, and harvesting. GPS-guided planting systems ensure perfect row spacing and uniform plant density, improving fiber and grain yields. Drones and satellite imaging monitor crop health, detect stress early, and map nutrient deficiencies before they become costly. Soil sensors track moisture, pH, and nutrient levels, allowing farmers to irrigate and fertilize only when necessary. Automated irrigation systems reduce water waste and help hemp thrive even in challenging climates. These tools don't just boost efficiency, they make hemp farming more sustainable, more predictable, and more profitable. For growers transitioning from traditional crops, precision technology reduces risk and increases confidence. One of the most exciting developments in the hemp industry is the rapid progress in genetic research. After decades of prohibition, scientists are finally able to study hemp at the molecular level, leading to plants that are more resilient, more productive, and better suited for specific markets. Modern genetics is now making possible stable low THC varieties that comply with strict regulations while maintaining high fiber or grain output. It has also been of real benefit in developing disease-resistant strains that reduce the need for pesticides and lower production costs. These advancements are crucial for activists and growers alike. The more predictable and compliant hemp becomes, the harder it is for governments to justify restrictive policies. Growing hemp is only half the equation. To unlock its full economic potential, farmers need access to efficient modern processing systems that convert raw biomass into valuable materials. The new wave of processing innovations over the past decade has laid the foundation for new technologies to revamp how this industry does business. Updated decortication machines that separate fiber and hurd now do so faster and with less labor. We also now have mobile processing units that bring equipment directly to farms, reducing transportation costs. There have been many recent advancements in the different types of extraction systems for cannabinoids, terpenes, and hemp oils used in wellness and cannabis products. These technologies are helping hemp compete with established industries like cotton, timber, and petroleum-based plastics, and in many cases outperform them. The rise of agricultural technology is not just an economic story, it's a political one. Every innovation makes hemp harder to ignore, harder to dismiss, and harder to prohibit. These new technologies help to strengthen the case for legalization by proving hemp to be a serious agricultural commodity, not a controlled substance. They also help to create jobs, tax revenue, and local economic growth, especially in rural communities. These technologies also help to reduce the risk for farmers, making policymakers more comfortable with expanding federal and state hemp programs. When hemp becomes a high-tech, high-value crop, prohibition becomes impossible to justify. The next decade of hemp farming will be defined by technology, not tradition. Precision agriculture, genetic breakthroughs, and advanced processing systems are transforming hemp into one of the most promising crops of the century. For activists, this is a powerful moment. The tools that make hemp more efficient also make it more visible, more respected, and more essential to global sustainability efforts. The more the world sees hemp as a solution for climate change, for rural economies, and for clean manufacturing, the closer we get to ending prohibition once and for all.
I had a Monday feeling droopy, like my spark was on the shelf. Until I ate a hemp boiled muffin, I was glad to help myself. It got my heartbeat doing cartwheels and put my mood in retrochrome. Was like my bloodstream found a jukebox and decided to take it home. Then my cousin baked a platter full of CBD eclairs and told me they'd help keep me calm and put pep back in my gears. One small bite and suddenly all my worries hit the road, and my pulse got a new suspension and my grin was in overload. There's a happy bounce in each greenhouse, a little lift to improve our pounds. From the hemp world treats to the smoky rounds, we turn plain days into playgrounds. Gather close, let the laughter mount. Love grows loud when the joy's pronounced. Yeah, life feels brighter when we all announce there's a happy bounce in every ounce. My brother showed up with brownies, each one a hot, smart, tasty square, full of omegas, CBDs, and goodness much like a wellness county fair. I took a nibble and felt my shoulders drop their tension fast as rain. My bloodstream was now a good stream of good things that helps ease pain. My
Sister lit up a fatty and passed it around with ease and grace, while the room turned warm and golden like a trumpet's copper face. Every chuckle hit in stereo, every story found its groove, like the cannabis conducted us and told our hearts to move. There's a happy bounce in each green ounce, a little lift to improve our pounds. From the hemp treats to the smoky rounds, we turn plain days into playground. Gather close, let the laughter mount. Love grows loud when the joy's pronounced. Yeah, life feels brighter when we all announce there's a happy bounce in every ounce. Then the neighbors brought confections with that THC kiss finesse. The mellow treats were a perfect way to end the day and slowly decompress. Soon the whole room felt like velvet, every heartbeat in a glide, like the floorboards learned to two-step and invited us to slide. So here's a toast to hemp and cannabis, the foods that help us shine, to the circles, chats, and chuckles that make ordinary days divine, to the love that grows in moments when we simply pass the spark. Yeah, the plant that keeps us dancing till the sun clocks out for dark. There's a happy bounce in each green ounce, a little lift to improve our pounds. From the hemp oil treats to the smoky rounds, we turn plain days into playgrounds. Gather close, let the laughter mount. Love grows loud when the joy's pronounced. Yeah, life feels brighter when we all announce there's a happy bounce in every ounce. There's a happy bounce in every ounce.
Morning light through the kitchen blind, coffee cooling and ache in my spine. Doctor's words on a paper trail, long names, long hours, short supply for sale. But the earth keeps notes we forgot to read, writes quiet cures in a patient green. Nothing flashy, nothing loud, just steady help when the pain comes round. It don't promise heaven, it don't pretend, just softens the curve where the hard days bend. Takes a razor edge off the hour hand, lets a shaking heart learn how to land. You don't lose yourself, you don't drift away, you stay right here just a little more okay. Like a back road song that knows your name, same old you, less fire, less flame. It's a little leaf with a lot of power, a minute hand mercy in a midnight hour. Don't light the fuse, don't steal your mind, just eases the weather inside your spine. From nerve to nerve, it speaks real low, where relief ain't fast, but it's honest and slow. Yeah, it's a little leaf with a lot of power, turning hurt into something you can live around now. For the vet who still hears the door slam shut, for the hands that tremble but won't give up, for the nights that stretch like unpaid dues, and sleep won't come and the clock won't move. It don't erase what you've been through, just clears enough fog to see it through. Like a porch light left on down the lane, not the answer, just less pain. They drew their borders in black and white, fear dressed up as wrong and right, but truth grows wild where the rules stay thin and roots don't care what year we're in. The lab coat's night where the mist once lived, measuring what compassion gives. way back home. After years of white knuckle living alone, seen laughter slip through the cracks again, like rain returning to desert land. When dignity stays in the driver's seat and relief don't come with a ball and chain, you don't feel cured, you feel capable, and sometimes it's just as sustainable. So call it medicine, call it grace, call it progress, picking up the pace. If freedom's real, it's choice with care, truth and daylight, nothing to hide there. Let the mountains speak, let the data roll, let common sense take control. It ain't a miracle, it ain't a lie, just a better way to get by. It's a little leaf with a lot of power, minute hand mercy in a midnight hour. Don't light the fuse, don't steal your mind, just eases the weather inside your spine. From nerve to nerve, it speaks real low, where relief ain't fast, but it's honest and slow. Yeah, it's a little leaf with a lot of power, turning hurt into something you can live around. Oh.
Here's a topic that's got cannabis breeders buzzing, techies tinkering, and farmers raising their eyebrows. There is now an AI-powered cannabis strain currently in development. That's right, artificial intelligence is now in the grow room, and it's not just adjusting the lights. So what does that mean? Well, imagine this. Instead of spending years crossbreeding plants to get the perfect balance of CBD and CBG and THC, plant breeders are now using machine learning to predict which genetic combinations will produce the exact cannabinoid profile they want. It's like having a crystal ball for cannabis. These algorithms analyze thousands of data points such as soil conditions, climate patterns, pest resistance, and terpene expression in order to crossbreed and determine a strain that'll thrive in Arizona heat, or will repel bugs, or deliver a mellow body high with a citrus finish. This is not science fiction. That's what is happening now in the world today. An example is resilience. Climate change is throwing curveballs at farmers with the many different droughts, floods, and temperature swings that are now happening globally every week. Artificial intelligence is helping plant breeders create hemp strains that don't just survive but easily adapt. We're now seeing varieties that flourish in sandy soil, that resist mold in humid zones, and can even bounce back after a devastating frost. Artificial intelligence is also being used to benefit the plant crossbreeding of industrial hemp to help in optimizing fiber strength, biomass yield, and oil content. That means better textiles, stronger bioplastics, and more efficient biofuels. Hemp isn't just a miracle plant, it's becoming a precision-engineered miracle. But let's not forget the fun stuff. Recreational cannabis is also getting a makeover. Want a strain that chills you out without couch lock? Artificial intelligence has the perfect strain for you. Need something that sparks creativity but doesn't spike anxiety? There's a terpene map for that. We're now entering an era of purpose-specific hemp. Sleep blends, focus blends, social blends. It's like a Spotify playlist for your endocannabinoid system. And yes, some of these strains are being designed with artificial intelligence-generated names. I saw one called Quantum Kush. Now, before we get too starry-eyed from the dazzle of artificial intelligence, let's ask the big question. Is this good for the plant? Is it good for the planet? And is it good for the people? I say yes, but with caution. Artificial intelligence can help us reduce pesticide use, increase crop efficiency, and tailor medicine to individual needs. But we've got to keep the soul of the plant intact. Hemp has always been a healer, a rebel, and a connector. Let's not turn it into a sterile commodity. That's why I believe the future of hemp isn't just high tech, it's also high touch. It will always take a human to assure that artificial intelligence is used to breed the best cannabis hemp plant the science can produce. Strain development powered by artificial intelligence is here to stay and is changing the game. But as always, it's up to us to steer the ship with wisdom, humor, and a little bit of cosmic justice. The revolution may be digitized, but the roots are still sacred, and that's a fact.
Well, I see by the clock on the wall that it is 4:19, and that means I'm going to be taking a break here in a minute. And I want to thank you for tuning into the big broadcast. Please share us with your friends. That's how we get the message out all around the world and let the whole world know how important it is to take time for hemp.
I can't believe how we have lost sight of what's true. That hemp is a gift from nature, given to me and you. Look at all that money, yeah, the money that they've spent. Take another look and take some time for hemp. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for hemp. Well, an acre of hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. People got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rent. Well, it's time for hemp. Throughout Earth's history, hemp has been used, no mystery. Hemp was legal to pay your taxes for more than a century. Check your faxes, the founding fathers make sense to me. It's time to grow hemp legally. Think of all its uses, it's money that's well spent right now. No excuses, it's time for hemp. Sustainable green industry, that's our intent. A better place this world will be, it's time for hemp. Fuel and food and clothes and soap, cruise and cars, yeah, cars, no joke. Henry Ford built a car out of hemp. It's time for us to do it again. People be employed with balanced farming as it's meant right now. It's time for hemp. Hemp is a true necessity for the wealth and protection of this country. Thomas Jefferson spoke those words. He knew the value of these herds. It's time to lift the hemp ban. It's time to make a strong stand. Yes, we can, I know we can. We can make a difference. Yes, we can. Just like birds of a feather, we can work together and lift the hemp ban. Look at all the money, yeah, the money that they've spent. Take another look and take some time for hemp. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for